times it was been, yes, when I was a child, growing up, I would see stuff. And matter of fact, there's one instance and I get chills every time I think about it. And I know it was of God, the whole situation. But I'll tell you, I think it was numerous occasions, probably like either 2 or 3 occasions. Whereas in one of our houses as a child, me and my kid sister, we had bunk beds. And we would sleep. I slept at the top and she slept at the bottom. Now, growing up, I would always look after my younger sister, That's just, I guess that's stuff big brothers do, Look after your younger siblings, stand up for them, try to instruct them, instruct them in the right paths and, ways to go, and things of that nature. I remember a couple of times I was asleep. I was up, sleep, and I was up on top, sleep on the top of the bunk bed. And there'll be times when I'd be laying there, and then I hear a voice call my name, like from beneath. And it wasn't my sister. It was like a whispering voice, and it called my name. And instantly I already knew who it was. And it was not God calling my name. And whenever that happened, somehow I automatically knew to just say Jesus 3 times. And when I did, the voice would stop. And then, I don't know, I think either come back, like it came back following night after that, and then I repeated the process. And these are events that, I could never forget. And my kid sister, and this is one event neither one of us can forget. It was a normal night, I was up top of my bunk bed. I was sleeping at first. And then I felt, since the bunk beds are connected, I felt a movement, in the bed. And I looked beneath, down to the underneath the bunk bed to make sure my sister was all right. And I see this white figure. It was all white, and it was laying in her bed with her. It was laying in her bed with her. Now, initially when I seen it, I didn't think nothing of it. I was thinking, okay, that's just mama. It's been times when mama have came and got in the bed with my sister, to lay down with her. Because she was, as a kid, things may frighten us, shadows or whatever. So my mother would lay down in the bed with my sister, just to comfort her. Okay, so, and then me, under the impression that that's my mom, I touched the figure, and it was solid. It felt like, mom would. And when I touched the figure, that I just, rolled back over and went to sleep. Well, the following morning, we got up. I got up, went into my mother's room at the time, and I would talk to her, and I casually, I slipped it in about her being in the room, that night, and she had absolutely no knowledge of ever being in my sister's bed like that night or any nights, in that particular time segment. Like my mother had not been in there, and instantly I knew. And at the time, I didn't know how to take that. I was terrified at first, because I'm like, well, then who was that? I'm thinking, I didn't know, But it wasn't until I got older that I realized that, of course, it was an angel, and I think about it now that I'm grown, and I think back, my childhood has been times when I realized how close I was to God, because I've seen things that most people wouldn't see, like people would probably be afraid to see, or they wouldn't understand. And it's people that hear me now and even hear what I say, my words now, and then say that, won't believe them. Because everybody don't have the spirit, and everybody can't see spiritually. And course, everything, and my testimony is just spectacular. God gave me like a gifted story. I got some highs, some lows, and I got a story of redemption. It's not. I haven't always been the hero. Sometimes I've been, the problem. Those times I use to become, and mold me into a better person and point me towards a direction that I know is needed, for the progression of, God's will. And it's God. I can't take no glory for what, the work He's done in my life throughout years. God raised me. My father wasn't present initially, biologically, but God was present, and He raised me, and Him and my mother raised me, and generally, and I became who I am today, and these spiritual things, I can recall another situation, and in these situations, my kid sister, well, she not a kid anymore, but my youngest sister, she could recall these, like me and her both know, and that's why I know I wasn't going crazy or hallucinating, because two people don't see the same thing. If, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we young, we have no knowledge of drugs, we have no access to drugs. Mother kept us locked down, in life, what I'm saying, at a young age. I mean, that young. I don't quite remember exactly what age it was, but we was real, real young, really young, way before, embracing societal imposition or understanding of it. And I recall one situation. It was Christmas Eve. Me and my sister, we was how you is as a kid, you be all antsy, you really ready for Christmas, and stuff. So we had to lay down and go to sleep, for Christmas. So we lay down, my mother told us it's hard to go to sleep on Christmas Eve, you know how that is, and as a child. And we lay down, and mother urged us to, go to sleep, because, so we got to get up. We can get up early, but we can't open the presents until, till the next morning. So me and her lay down, but we can't sleep. We were just, I don't know, we was just talking and stuff. I was at the top. I was sleeping on the top bunk bed. She was at the bottom. And we heard some noise, like it was a while after parents had been asleep. It was like in the middle of like in the late hours, like, and we heard some noise in the living room, but we didn't know what it was. We were supposed to be asleep, so it wouldn't be, so me and her being as curious as we were, we got out of bed, and we went in the living room. We looked in the living room, and the living room had a door to it, like a separate door to the living room, from the rooms where we were, to the living room. And the kitchen was like right across from the room. So we cracked the door, and when we cracked the door, with God as my witness in my right hand, and we saw Santa Claus. You think I'm lying, but I don't know if it was actually Santa Claus, but it was the figure, or it appeared to look like Santa Claus, whatever it was. And it wasn't looking at us. It was paying us no attention. It was like a guy in a red and white suit, and he was up under the tree, like he was bent down under the tree, doing something to the presence or the bicycle. He was doing something, to it. And me and my sister was looking, and we was in awe. We was like, wow, But at the time, we didn't take it too seriously because, for one, we already was taught about Santa Claus. All this time as a child, you taught about Saint Nick, you taught about Santa Claus, you taught about all this stuff. We was looking, and we was actually looking right at Santa Claus. Mother always parents always told us that he came through the chimney, and we didn't have a chimney in that house, by the way. He came in the chimney, all this and that. Well, we figured it was something that maybe mother, playing, with her then spouse she had, or, whatever, we didn't know, so eventually we went back to sleep. Okay, well, the following morning, we woke up, we was excited. We ran in the room, we saw him, we saw Santa Claus. And she looked at us, like, what are we talking about? Because she was still asleep. When we ran in there early to get up, and she was looking like, what are you talking about? What are you mean? And we told her that we saw Santa Claus in the living room, over the presents or something. And she came out, and she did not, I'm not saying she didn't believe it, but she was, I don't fully remember what her exact reaction was to it, but indeed, that's what we had saw. Me and my sister both could agree on that to this day. We both saw we know what we saw. I don't know what it was. All the doors was locked. There was no way to get into the house. Nobody could get into the house, and nobody could leave the house without, somebody knowing. None of the windows were accessible. All the stuff was still in the room, in place that they placed it in. My parents placed it in. I'm assuming, when they bought it. And I think back on all this stuff, and in the house we did have a lot more experiences, and me thinking back on this stuff as a grown man now, it's like, God really, really did show himself in our lives and allow us to see things and it's really amazing the power that God has, because even as little kids back then, it's been times when God did tons of different things, man, and revealing manifests himself in our lives, which I knew he always wanted, something. And I tell anybody, God is real. The spiritual world is real. I fully am 100% behind the spiritual world. I've got too much conviction and knowledge and understanding and awareness of the spiritual world for my, any of my beliefs to be shaken. Like, it's just like, somebody telling you the sky's not blue after you've seen the sky almost every day of your life. You feel me? So I'm pretty much the same with Jesus, with God, with the Holy Spirit, and with the spiritual world. There's nothing that can change my mind because I know what I know. And I welcome. I would recommend anybody to accept God